Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to be ranking every single Poppy Playtime chapter, similar to how I ranked every single Garden of Banban chapter. So, I will be ranking it off four main factors. I'll be ranking it off gameplay. So, if a game feels too slow, too puzzle repeated, too annoying, or anything that just like kind of bugs you, or if the game isn't fun in general, nope, that's not good gameplay. And I'm also going to be ranking it off story. So if a chapter has like a crazy lore drop, or if a chapter has some good lore, then that's going to be a good chapter. If a chapter doesn't have any story involved in it, or like the story is not clear, GG's. That is not a good chapter. I am going to be ranking this off horror as well. If you couldn't tell already, Poppy Playtime is a horror game. So, horror is a big deal here. And for the final thing I'm going to be ranking it on is replayability. If a chapter is fun to replay because it's not too slow, it has good gameplay, it's scary, has a good story, absolutely, that is great. And if it does not have good replayability, like it isn't too scary, it doesn't have a good story, and it just feels boring to replay, GG's, you're not going to be a good chapter. So, enough yap. Let the real yap kick in, and let's start ranking. Alright, look, call me crazy for putting Chapter 1 in 5th place, but there's been people who've put Chapter 4 in 5th place. I mean, that's crazy. Now, for Chapter 1, I put it in 5th place because gameplay is actually good on this. It's not too annoying. I feel like there are some parts, like especially in the storage part, where it just gets kind of annoying looking for those batteries. Story-wise, it's not very easy to figure out the story. I mean, it kind of is. Whenever you first start the game, it does say, find the flower. A ton of staff members went missing, which is cool. And it does give a huge lore hint. So, yeah, there is kind of a reason why you're here. It does it way better than Garden of Banban. Because in Garden of Banban, you just spawn in with no idea why you're here. So the lore for the first game isn't too bad. It's fine. And for the horror, they cooked here. I mean, I'm serious. The chase scene was Huggy Wuggy, felt scary. It didn't feel anything super annoying or super unscary. It felt, it felt scary. So, for my final thing I'm ranking it on is replayability. This chapter is very replayable. It only takes like 10 minutes to play. And if you're on mobile and you just want to play a quick game before heading to your lunch or something, like waiting in lunch lines, I mean, this is not a bad game to do that, because it keeps you entertained, no matter what. So, the reason I'm putting it in 5th place, though, it just, it was just too short as well. Like, if this game was a little bit longer, yeah, that'd be better. But the thing is, this is only a starter. I'm not gonna go full, oh my gosh, this sucks. I mean, this game literally made it popular. Everyone was playing Poppy Playtime Chapter 1. So, I mean, what criticism can you get? What criticism can you have for it? It's just a starter. I'm in, yeah, that that's good. They cooked. And you'll see later on in the next chapters that they'll keep cooking harder. Alright, I put Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 in fourth place because it isn't as good as Chapter 4. I mean, I know there are some people who are screaming right now, Chapter 4 Glazer or something. Look, I'm not a Chapter 4 Glazer, but I'm saying that this is not as good as Chapter 4. Or this is better than Chapter 4. Yeah, it definitely isn't as good as Chapter 4, but it's not better than Chapter 4. That's what I'm saying. That made no sense, by the way. So, for gameplay is actually pretty fine here, especially at the game station. Like, you have so much to do. Like, the Bunzo Bunny color memory, that was really good. And this was also the first game where we were introduced to a hand other than the red hand. So, that that's pretty cool. The green hand was actually the one that was introduced. And the green hand is pretty cool. I like the green hand. And the way you obtain the green hand involves the gameplay here. It takes like a whole 5 minutes to like get this machine going. You even have to make one of the machines goon. Like it's not the best process. Now, for horror, I would say this chapter is pretty scary. Mommy Longlegs was actually scary. Whenever she jumped down, whenever you were trying to go up on the hang bar, whatever it's called, yeah, that was scary. And her chase, too. Her chase is pretty good. So, I'm also going to say that the lore here was pretty misleading. Like, I didn't understand the lore very well. I mean, we needed to get out of the factory, but the only way we could do that is through a train. Poppy had the train code, refused to give it to us. So, for that reason, we couldn't get back to the back to home because Poppy saw us kill Mommy Longlegs and now she wants us here. Instead, she could have just given us freaking train code and then we would have been fine from the very start. Could have just came home. I don't like Poppy for that. So for replayability though, replayability is fine. I mean, it isn't the most fun to replay it, but I mean, if you're trophy grinding, it's not going to be such an inconvenience to the point where it's like, why the frick do I always have to do this over and over again? And for that reason, and for those reasons, I'm putting Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 in fourth place. It's not as good as the other chapters that I'm going to be listing soon. Okay, look, I won't say Chapter 4 is bottom of the barrel, but Chapter 4 does have its flaws. That being because the gameplay is too choppy, too slow. Like, you have to sit there for like this game, whenever you first play, it takes like 4 to 6 hours if you don't know what you're doing. That's because of the stupid puzzles that you always have to do. Like, you cannot catch a break on puzzles here. It just feels like like there are way too many puzzles. Even the Yarnaby fight kind of is a puzzle, if we're really thinking about it. Like, it's confusing, because you need to press the buttons to redirect the flow of the electricity, and, like, you have no idea what you're doing. So, I don't really like that at all. The Chapter 4 uh, chases and fights, I mean, they cooked with Dowie. Like, Dowie got at least, a good boss fight. But if we're talking, like, Yarnaby, oh my gosh. It's it's so bad. For Baba Chops, his fight, again, it's just redirecting the flow of energy with batteries. It's not horrible. I mean, whenever I did the Baba Chops fight or chase, it actually wasn't that bad. I kind of found a little bit of enjoyment from playing it, because it was kind of scary. Which is what we're getting into now, horror. Horror in this game, I don't know, it's kind of mixed for me. Whenever you're in the Yarnaby part, it isn't the most scary, because it's just annoying. For Dowie had his moment. Like, Dowie was cooking on his chase and his fights. It was great. And for Baba Chops and the Doctor, Baba Chops was fine. I think Baba Chops wasn't the scariest, but it was definitely like, oh shoot, that's not very good. For the Doctor, again, isn't the most scary, but you do get a little bit of that adrenaline where it's like, oh, oh no, what's going on? Now for the replayability, this chapter is not good at replayability. I don't think whenever I played the game for you guys, like for you guys, playing the game was fine. But if I was playing it to like trophy grind, this chapter wasn't the most fun at all. Like, it was just, again, continuous puzzles over and over again. And that's not very fun. I guess it was fine to replay it. Again, not the most exciting. And I don't know, man. The story is great here. Like, I'm actually applauded. Because we find out that Ollie is the prototype. We find out that Dowie is 3 people, which is why he goes crazy. We find out, we kill the Doctor, we get the Omni Hand. We discover the Nightmare Critters. I mean, the story here was good. It was real good. So, for that reason, I'm putting Chapter 4 in 3rd place. It was fine. It actually kind of pains me that I'm putting Chapter 5 in 2nd place, because this chapter is so freaking good. We get the prototype reveal. We see what he looks like. His chase slash fight is so good. We get the Huggy Wuggy revival at the very start of the game, by the way. And my gosh, we get crazy lore. We find out that the prototype has been harming these toys for a long time. We find out that Huggy actually kind of likes Kissy. We we find some lore in Lily Lovebraid's house. We find crazy lore with Huggy's backstory part. We find the Outimals. I mean, this chapter was jam packed with everything. It pains me to put this in second place, but you might already know the first place contender was just beat out by a slither. For gameplay, this chapter did not disappoint me in gameplay. I mean, if we're talking like the propeller part where you have to like use the pressure hand and then move the propeller around to get across, that one was pretty annoying. And for all the other stuff, like all the other puzzles that involved the pressure hand, and you had to like move the you had to move propellers or plates to get across. It was just too annoying. So for horror, that's where this chapter gets let down, sadly. This chapter kind of disappointed me with horror, but it didn't disappoint me with horror. Emmy, can you get in your room? I can't concentrate.
I'm doing something.
I'm doing something too. I'm trying to make money here.
Fine, I'll bring my stuff.
I'm trying to get monetized here, okay?
Okay, fine, I'll bring my stuff.
I think the scariest part of this whole chapter was just the Huggy part. The Huggy puzzle, where you had to, like, put the batteries, or no, not the, the batteries in the slots to, like, open up the door to get into Sweet Street. Man, that part sucked. Not that it didn't suck because it was bad. It just sucked because it was so scary. Huggy Wuggy really cooked in this chapter. So, for horror. So, yeah. For the replayability, this chapter is replayable. Whenever I first recorded the gameplay for you guys on Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, it was actually like probably, I can't remember if it was my second time playing or my first time playing, but man, I loved playing it again if it was my second time. Either way, I did replay it even after that because this chapter is so good. Like, I'm serious. For that, I mean, that's good. They cooked on this chapter, low key. Alright, at this point, it was kind of expected. Chapter 3 is going in first place. Now, for gameplay, I mean, this chapter didn't struggle with gameplay at all. I feel like there was one moment where I got bored, and that was like the puzzles where you had to like move the wires around. Maybe Home Sweet Home? I mean, yeah, Home Sweet Home was kind of annoying, but it was just a puzzle room, really. You at least got the generator on. So, for that, it kind of does like gameplay down, but the gameplay still, I'm not saying is horrible. This gameplay is really good. For horror, I mean, what do you think? Seeing Dog Day getting eaten alive by the smiling critters. The smiling critters in general, like in the playhouse. Miss Delight. The catnap chase. Dude, I just listed every single encounter that you have in this game because they're all scary. I don't think there was a singular one that didn't make my heart rate go up. Chapter 3 is scary. For the story, dude, like we find out the hour of joy. We find out play care, which Elliot Ludwig made for for kids to become these experiments, sadly. And yeah, the story here. They did well. Now for the replayability, this chapter is replayable. Like, whenever I went back to do the chapter again for you guys, I didn't get real angry or bored. Like, I had fun. And even playing it to like trophy grind, it was fun. It was. So, yeah, I would say that this is a great chapter. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. The home sweet home part is really killing it. But, I mean, come on, dude. This was a great chapter. Okay, again, that was a ton of yap. That was a ton of ranking, probably a ton of disagreements. But hey, it's my opinion. So, unfortunately, this will be my last Poppy Playtime video that I'm going to make. So, if you guys have any ideas in the comments on what I should do for Poppy Playtime, like any challenges, any new games, like if you guys recommend me a new game, oh man, I'll play it. I'll do my best to make some money and play it. You don't need to like and subscribe in order for me to in order for me to see your recommendation as well. If you just leave a comment, that's already enough. So, yeah, hopefully you guys had a fun time watching, and yeah, have a blessed day and see you later.